Why, hello there, my friends. It's Admiral Revan here, and I hope you're doing well. Well, today we have a bit of a special announcement to make. So, as probably not many of you have heard, but there is a special announcement regarding to the Airship Escort in random battles upcoming for 12.11. Yeah, so as you previously have heard and seen in the past, that in the current existing patch for 12.10 and a couple other patches before that, that the Airship Escort mode for random battles has been either mixed in a different way. So it has been either well received or not well received at all. Now, a lot of people have either liked it or hated it, and I'll be honest with you folks that I actually don't mind Airship Escort in random battles, but I will be honest though that I have had a mixed reception by viewers as well as other streamers, that there are people out there, and not just myself included, that had been feeling a bit of a frustration when it comes down to Airship Escort mode, that people forget the general mechanics and neglect on how to protect their teammates, and at the same time, well, more or less, there's a bit of general frustration about how to protect the airship to begin with and actually accomplishing the goal on the other side. So there's a bit of a confusion set in stone around there. There also has been a bit of a strange moment where people, chuck a bit of fit about the fact that, when you're doing like brawls, a lot of people have been hanging back unintentionally or deliberately in the game, which is not right. And it also is a fact in ranked battles that it's ranked. You're supposed to be going up close and personal and get the job done. Whereas, well, unfortunately, that just like in any other game mode, you actually sit back, relax, and see that for yourself that everyone is like hanging back in the way behind you, and there's no one to be seen. Well, I'll be honest though, I mean, like, I have played this game for many years and since the alpha and beta test, but it always has been the same old thing day in day out in World of Warships, and not just World of Warships but also in different games like World of Tanks and many others, that people had been, generally speaking, just hanging back. So it's not a bad thing for depending what ship you're in, but if you're trying to accomplish your goals and it's always situational, yeah, okay, it makes sense. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents. Now, from the EU stream, I'll play a bit of a quick segment about this so that you understand what you're in for, and then we'll talk more about this in a moment here.
And perception surveys, so and nothing wrong with it.
Well, okay, and then, but people don't like it in random. What do we do about that? Because we are here in it since we added to the game in randoms.
Well, tough question. We've been monitoring the mode since it was released. Like we did some surveys and check statistics, check some hypotheses. Well, it's performing not bad actually, but people don't really like it. I don't know why, because how do we put this? It's too different from the usual your experience in random battles, so it's hard to adjust your behavior and like your ships and so on, because it's promote a different gameplay, so you need a different strategy and so on.
So can we remove it?
What?
Can we remove this mode from randoms?
Yeah, sure.
Sure?
For it, like
Just like that?
Not?
Just like that?
Yeah.
Where is the button? Where is the button?
Well, I will come to work tomorrow and we'll push it.
Wow. And it will be disabled from what? 12.11 or when? Like right now?
Yes, it will be removed in 12.11 from random random battles.
Oh,
And
guys.
in future, I think we can, like, if you want, we want to bring it back to a standalone event mode, just for some versions.
So if I heard this correctly, we will remove Airship Escort Mode from random starting till 12/11, which is next week. Did I hear that right?
Yes, yes.
And what if players like it so much they want it back? What do we do with that?
We will bring it back as a standalone event, not like it was before. Maybe we'll do something else with this. We have like some ideas for the future.
Okay.
So we'll see how it turns on.
All right. So, well, I guess thank you very much. This was interesting enough. Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What you just heard is that in regarding to one particular thing, and that is something that the developers, Valentine, had mentioned that they had plans to remove it already in 12.11. Now, this is actually not a bad sign. Now, this gives a bit of reprieve towards all the player base, giving people a bit of a chance to sit back, relax, and understand that yes, we finally, get some final acknowledgement that wargaming is actually going to do something. First and foremost, it's actually very good to see that wargaming is doing something about it, because there has been a lot of feedback about it, both, on the forums beforehand, before the forum was shut down, and now it's been taken to the Discord and social media. Then also don't forget that we also have the streams as well too, so that there is that opportunity as well. So this means that with the feedback that's been given, there is a dev blog that has been released stating that we expected to see a shift in random battles meta towards close quarter combat oriented and brawling ships. However, we did not see a significant and lasting impact in the results, so there's a bit of a difference there. And we also understand that the preference of pros wanted to pick ships that are more tailored towards the expected playstyle and realize the vastly different player experience in comparison to other game modes in its current state, and as a result they have decided to remove Airship Escort Mode in 12.11 from random battles. So that's actually a bit of a huge accomplishment in itself, and I have to say that did wargaming make the right move? In my opinion, some people said no, and a lot of people said yes, and for me, I will be honest with you folks that I'm actually happy with both decisions, because the public, the people out there, do deserve whatever it is in their best interest of having fun playing the game in their own way. I personally do not have a problem with this game mode of Airship Escort, but I do see a lot of potential of removing it and getting people back into random battles and just having fun. I know that whenever it comes to, random battles, a lot of people hesitate in doing it because they just don't want to do it in the higher tiers and run the risk into, Airship Escort Mode, which is kind of strange. But, when I had been playing the game, did I find myself run into Airship Escort Mode a lot? No, not really. But unfortunately, some people had been, and apparently some of the viewers were telling me it was cracking the shits as they described it. Well, okay, fair enough. I mean, I would be a bit annoyed too if I was getting pretty much Airship Escort 3 in a row or more. But now it's good to hear that wargaming will be turned off in 12.11, and the new patch that's coming out in pretty much next month. So that's actually a pretty good sign for the community and everyone as a whole. Now, my personal opinion in regarding to seeing this in a particular game mode on its own, it's actually not a bad thing. A lot of people do prefer it as a temporary battle mode type, just like similar to all the other game modes that they have dealt with, like, you know, grand battles and a few other things like that. So obviously there's a lot of potential behind this. So I think in going forward that this game still has a bit of potential for some things, but get rid of other things as well too. So, oh well. I will admit though, I mean, like, is it a good idea to get rid of this game mode? Well, it is what it is. So I think that in going forward, why not, you know, make it happen for the best for the community and everything. Now, I will be honest though, that in regarding to the future for World of Warships of removing this game mode has a lot of potential to bring back a lot of players. So this is actually a very, very good sign that we will be able to see the old player base and other new player base to come back into random battles and go with confidence that they don't need to worry about doing it on the higher tier levels and having to deal with, you know, this kind of game mode. So at least they don't have to stress or be worried or concerned or too overly concerned that they need to get, like, you know, dealing with the simple mechanics of the fight. A lot of people have a tendency to enjoy the mechanics, and there's a portion of that, but a lot of people who just don't like it just want to go out there and shoot ships and that's it. Well, that's co-op mode, but there's also asymmetric battles and other things like that, but this is actually pretty funny. I actually enjoy the fact that now that with 12.11 having a new change, a productive change, overall this will bring a lot of positiveness behind it. What I would like to see in the near future though, in this game mode for airship mode in the future for 2024, is a bit more better rewards and give something nice in return, like, you know, some research bureau points, some steel, and also, well, I suppose, you know, commander and free XP is always nice, but, you know, steel and research bureau is actually very rare. So I would like to see a bit of an opportunity for people to get some cool rewards to earn stuff that they really want to get. So I see a lot of potential behind this and going forward. Now, I will be honest that one thing that had me thinking about if Wargaming had actually kept, you know, the Airship Escort in random battles, they could have made it into an operations instead. Like, for example, in random operations, you could actually do it there. That's actually, to come to think of it, it's probably not a bad thing. Because, like, let's just be honest, when is the last time we actually have seen a tier 8 or higher battle for operations, aside from the Halloween event? Now, the Halloween event that just came and went also had the opportunity for tier 9s. So what is stopping Wargaming from actually introducing this airship mode to be made available from tier 8 to 10? To be fair, they have the power to do it. So what are we seeing at the moment? It's just probably some excuses. But I'm not having to go Wargaming at all. But I'm trying to point out here that, you know, when you have a particular game mode like this and you got it right there in front of you, you gotta do it, you know. People have been itching to do a game mode like this. But yeah, tell me what you think, folks, and let me know what you think about it, and leave a comment down in the video down below, and tell me what you think. Should there be an opportunity for the Airship Escort mode to be used as a random operation? I think there's a possibility, potential. There's a lot of potential behind this. You know, having tier 9s, 10s, in the battle? I reckon why not. Anyways, folks, that is just my 2 cents for the night. But anyways, have a good night, everybody. Take care, stay safe, and have a blessed weekend and happy Thanksgiving to all the viewers out there. And I'll see you all on the next stream.